The smartest girl in the room is usually the one nobody realizes is the smartest. And that is such a ridiculous advantage if you know how to use it. I think a lot of women have been taught that intelligence is something you have to prove every 5 minutes. You have to win the argument, have the fastest comeback, correct every wrong fact, make sure everyone knows you noticed everything. Meanwhile, the women who quietly change entire rooms, they're not performing intelligence. They're using it. There is a massive difference. See, I love being underestimated. Genuinely, it's one of my favorite things. Someone thinks I'm naive? Amazing. Someone assumes I don't understand what's happening? Even better. Please continue. Because while they're busy creating a fictional version of me in their head, I'm getting a front row seat to who they actually are. People reveal themselves when they think you don't see the game. They overshare. They get sloppy. They expose their insecurities, their intentions, their ego, all because they think they're the one with the upper hand. It's fascinating. The funny part is that playing dumb isn't actually about pretending to be less intelligent. It's about refusing to waste energy proving that you are. Those are completely different things. Emotionally secure people don't feel this desperate itch to announce how capable they are. They just are. And here's something I learned that changed the way I move through life. The person asking questions usually has more control than the person giving all the answers. Think about that. The quiet girl saying, "Really? Tell me more," is collecting information while everyone else is busy performing. Information is leverage. Observation is leverage. Listening is leverage. You don't have to dominate every conversation to have influence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is smile, stay curious, and let someone keep talking until they accidentally tell you exactly who they are. I cannot tell you how many people have saved me from future disappointment simply because I didn't interrupt them. I just let them keep going. Eventually, everyone's mask gets tired. And no, this doesn't mean shrinking yourself. That's where people get confused. I will never tell you to make yourself smaller to protect someone else's ego. Absolutely not. I'm talking about choosing restraint over performance. There's confidence in knowing you could say something brilliant and deciding it isn't necessary. That's power. Not because you're afraid to speak, but because you know your value doesn't disappear when you're quiet for 5 seconds. Honestly, I think some people mistake constant proving for confidence when it's actually anxiety wearing expensive clothes. Real confidence is so relaxed. It doesn't rush. It doesn't chase validation. It doesn't need applause after every sentence. It knows exactly what it knows. That's why I love watching instead of immediately reacting. Reactions are expensive, observations are profitable. Someone makes a weird comment, I don't immediately defend myself. I watch. Was that insecurity? Was it projection? Was it intentional? People will answer your questions without you ever asking them if you're patient enough. And patience is one of the most underrated forms of intelligence. You don't always need people to know you're right. Sometimes you just need to know that you are. That's so much more peaceful. I think younger versions of us were obsessed with being understood by everyone. Now, I don't need universal understanding. I need discernment. The right people eventually recognize depth without me advertising it. The wrong people were never going to appreciate it anyway. So why am I auditioning? I'm not. My intelligence isn't a performance. It's my private asset. I use it to make good decisions, choose good people, protect my peace, and build a beautiful life. That's what I wanted to show, not in winning pointless conversations with strangers who will forget my name tomorrow. So yes, let people underestimate you if they insist. Let them believe they figured you out after 5 minutes. Let them think they're the clever one. Meanwhile, you're gathering information, protecting your energy, and making decisions from clarity instead of ego. There's something incredibly luxurious about not needing to correct every misconception, because the women who know exactly who they are don't spend their lives convincing everyone else. They simply keep moving. And eventually, the results introduce them far better than words ever could. Love you no matter what.